First, our prayers today are for the many people who are suffering because of the war in the Middle East. You know, many people are suffering. In Israel, there's a constant barrage of drones and missiles coming from Iran and from Lebanon, launched indiscriminately towards civilians across the whole country. Some of the weapons reportedly used are cluster-type munitions, which open in the air and release smaller explosive over an area of 10 kilometers. In Lebanon, reports indicate that more now than 800,000 civilians have been displaced. In Iran, 3 million people have been displaced. This is truly a human tragedy. Anti-Semitic acts multiplies around the world. This morning, an explosion damaged an Amsterdam Jewish school. On Thursday, a man crashed his car into the temple, Israel, outside of Detroit. Thank God, the explosives in the car did not reach the dozens of children inside the building. There were something like 140 children in there. And the war with Iran has taken a dramatic turn this week. To the surprise of many, Iran's government is showing no sign of admitting defeat. But this raises an important question today. Who is Iran in the context of history, and what do biblical prophecies say about this nation? In the scriptures, the land we know today as Iran appears mainly under three names: Elam, Media, and Persia. This refers to different people who inhabited the same region. Elam is the most ancient and descendants from Shem, while Media and Persia descends from Japheth. Over time, these three people came to occupy the same land. First Elam, then the Medes, and then later the Persians. What is striking is that end-time prophecies on Iran present two very different outcomes for this nation. One prophecy speaks of restoration. We've seen this in Jeremiah 49:39. The Lord declares, I will restore the fortunes of Elam. That is when the Messianic time comes. Another prophecy presents a far darker picture. In Ezekiel chapter 32, verse 24, Elam, that is seen among the nation in the lower parts of the earth, that is in Sheol, and repentant. And the prophecy speaks of them as those, and I quote, and stilled their terror in the land of the living, and bore their disgrace with those who go down to the pit. These two contrasting prophecies seems to point to a deep division within the people of Iran, a division that in many ways can clearly actually be observed even today. You know, over the years, many Iranians I have personally met have shown remarkable kindness and warmth even towards Israel. Yet at the same time, the government that rules over them is widely regarded as one of the most oppressive and ruthless regimes in the world. Interestingly, the latter name of the country, Persia, some have also noted that in Hebrew, the name paras for Persia is related to a verb to divide or to split, an observation that strikingly reflects the division suggested by the prophecies, a nation divided between two very different destinies. Even more remarkable is that Elam already appears in Genesis 4,000 years ago as a leading power attacking the region that is today known as Israel, the first one ever. As if there were there an early and a persistent desire to control or destroy the land of Israel even before the appearance of the Jewish people, or Jewish nation, that is. This particular war and the way this king lost the war is also significant. In Genesis chapter 14, we see the king leading a coalition of 4 kings in an attack against the cities south of Jerusalem. During this campaign, they attacked Sodom and captured Lot, if you remember, Abraham's nephew. Abraham then went out to confront Elam and its allies. What is especially noteworthy is that he fought this battle with only 318 men, and he won. In some ways, this reminds us of the situation we see today between Israel and Iran, a small nation facing a much larger power, yet often maintaining a decisive advantage. But more importantly, what is to be expected of Iran in the near future? What does the Bible say about the coming time of the tribulation and what Iran will do? The name of Persia, a name by which the country was known until 1935, when it officially became known as Iran, is connected with a major attack and invasion on Israel in the near future, known as the War of Gog and Magog, described in Ezekiel 38:39. This is portrayed as a devastating conflict which many rabbinic commentators have viewed as the last great war before the appearance of the Messiah. In this prophecy, we see a coalition of nations coming together to attack Israel in the end time. Persia is the first nation listed among Meshech and Tubal, linked with ancient territories corresponding to what is known today as Russia. This coalition will be led by Gog, who is not the name of a country, but of a leader. Some interpret even, they suggest that this figure could correspond to the one that is named in the book of Revelation as the, if you want, the dragon or the devil himself. Today we can already see a strong and growing connection between Russia and Iran in recent years. Their relationship has become much closer, particularly in the military sphere. Iran has supplied drones to Russia that they use against Ukraine, which has led many to wonder whether Russia might come to Iran's aid, right? It is possible that Russia is already offering support behind the scenes. This is perhaps why Iran is holding on. But what we have considered so far is only a brief glimpse of what the scriptures say about Iran. There are many more prophecies which may be revealed as time goes on. The main prophecies on Iran are found in Jeremiah 49, Ezekiel 32, 38, and 39, along with many others where Elam is mentioned. Yet through all this, one truth emerges with unmistakable force. God is sovereign. He knows the nations. He knows their histories. He knows their destinies. Nothing escapes his knowledge and nothing falls outside of his control. Therefore, we can place our full confidence in the Lord and his word, which reveals these things to us long before they come to pass.